All right, it looks like we're live. First time going live on Instagram, Facebook. Um, we're going to be doing this every week, every Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern Time. We're going to be just talking to contractors, answering some questions. This will probably help you. And if you actually want to be able to make more money off of the online leads that you're getting, be able to know if like paid ads are working for you or not. We're going to be doing this every Tuesday at 6:30. So today we're going to be talking about our ads, a good play for your contracting business. Should you be doing them or should you not be doing them? And this is also going to be recorded. We're also going to be posting it as well. So number one, you should be doing ads if you have a budget to play with. If you have budget constraints, if you don't have much funding, you probably don't want to be doing ads. You want to be spending that somewhere else. If you have like minimum $30 a day, you want to be doing ads either on Facebook or on Google. For some people, it probably won't work. For some people, it will work doing paid ads. So, another reason to do paid ads is if you've already proved it. And if you haven't, then it's a good test to do because there's probably thousands of different things that you can do online to be able to get results as far as like getting phone calls, being able to get more jobs, more quotes into your contracting business. Howdy, Jordan. So, long story short, if you have minimum 30 bucks a day, you want to be doing ads. If you have already proven the point, you want to be doing ads. You should not be doing ads if you see advertising as like a magic pill, if you will, to get jobs. If you're somewhat like hurting for work and you don't have anything lined up and you believe that hey, I'll throw some money at Facebook or Google and magically I'm going to be able to get 3 to 5 new clients from a few dollars spent. That's probably not going to happen. And if you go into advertising with the belief of, oh, I'm going to spend this money and nothing's going to happen, then that's probably what's going to happen. You're probably going to manifest that. So, another thing that we want to talk about is getting started as a contractor. So, as I mentioned, we're going to be doing these lives, if you will. Right now, we're just on live on Facebook and on Instagram. Later on, we'll go live on TikTok, YouTube. We'll start adding LinkedIn as well, other channels. But we want to take it like step by step. And every time we meet, if you will, I've when we do a podcast or one of these lives, we want to talk about something specific. So this one in particular is if you should be doing ads in general, but also like getting started. So if you're a new business, like a contractor business, and you've been getting your jobs from like word of mouth, maybe there's a few different marketplaces that you can go out and sign up for to be able to get more jobs. That's a really good start because obviously if you're doing good work you're going to get referrals and word of mouth, more jobs, and that's amazing. You always want to be asking people if they know anybody that would want some work like this. You also want to be posting and creating your own content consistently. You don't just want to be posting like once a week, I mean once a month. Once a week is okay, the more the better. You're going to stay top of mind to people, but just be sure that you're showcasing your work. There are some people I see that we talk to, and they've been working for 30 plus years. They actually have results and really good work, but they don't actually post, which could be trouble for them. I mean, luckily for them, we're trying to reach out and seeing if we can actually help them. So be sure that you're documenting your projects, if you will, and showcasing your work so that people start to know, to like, and to trust you before they see an ad of you pitching them to request a quote. So it's really important that you do that if you want more jobs that way. And to be clear, it's a bit silly when I hear that some clients don't even have like their cars wrapped. That's one of the first things that you should be doing. That'll get you more referrals as well. You'll look like a bigger company as well, from like the guy Joe down the line that doesn't have his car's branded or anything, that could be trouble for you. Someone's asking in the chat, what if I get leads from ads, but they don't become paying jobs? That could be trouble. There could be a couple reasons for that. Maybe they're not in the actual location, and then you just decided not to pursue them, or you are getting those leads, and then to be super transparent, maybe you kind of just suck at following up with them, or maybe you're just too busy to check in with them and see if they got what they were looking, or if they're possibly still looking for help. So that's one thing, just being better at sales. There's different people I could recommend, or different books as well that you can go out and read that will help you. Um, what if I get leads from the ads, but they don't become paying clients? Well, all the leads that you get are not going to get turned into actual jobs. So, long story short, there should be maybe like a 20 to 30% closing ratio from the leads that you are getting. Leads from Facebook, it depends also on the type of work that you do. We've had some clients do amazing on Facebook and they do like landscape work, and then it kind of sucks for them on Google. But then other clients, they do amazing on Google and then it kind of sucks for them on Facebook. So you really have to have, I guess, the funding to be able to know what will work, because you could guess, but you really want to go and be able to test properly, be able to get proper results, and then be able to find out what actually works. So if you're just getting started, just make sure that you're branding everything around you. Your guys are wearing the shirts. If you have a crew already, if you're not on the tools, it would probably be a good play for you to advertise as well, because then you're going to be having more time to then go out, quote the jobs, and then follow up with the people. If you have a sales team, then advertise, like if you have a sales team and if you have funding for advertising, minimum 30 to 50 bucks a day, uh, ads would probably be a good play, because then you're not going to be worrying on following up with the people. You're going to be worrying on maybe just closing the people. And now getting jobs, there's a few ways that Facebook, Instagram, Google allows you to be able to get new jobs. And long story short, there are some that are like low hanging fruit, and some that you'll need more time, energy, and resources to be able to get those jobs. So Facebook, they allow you to give you, or they give you some free options. Like you can just post online for free, and you can, um, I guess, yeah, just post consistent content. And paid, it would be the ads. And so this, I encourage people to do lead forms and message campaigns. And you just got to be able to track everything too and be able to follow up with the people. Google, you have SEO, search engine optimization, but just so everybody knows, it takes minimum 5 months, 12 months to be able to get results. So we usually outsource that to someone in South America or Asia that will work on it longer, and your dollar stretches a lot farther. And then with Google, if you're a contractor, depending on the service that you offer, you have local home service ads, SEO, obviously, but I just talked about that, and then paid ads. Again, it depends on the type of service that you do, to see what would help you, if anything at all. Because if you're doing like custom homes, ads might not work for you right away. You'll probably need a lot of content to be supported with those ads. And then someone's asking, how does Mass Marketing help contracting companies generate more revenue? So that's a pretty good question. There's a few ways. If you have time and if you want to do it yourself, we could teach you. So we could knowledge transfer, skill transfer to you or a team member, so you guys can be confident and take the actions that we would to be able to get results for yourself, be able to get leads, track them, and then be able to get those jobs. Or if you are too busy with your actual jobs, managing the projects, your team, and don't have someone like in-house that would do this for you or that we could teach, we could come in, and depending on what we do, we could do one platform, like let's say just Facebook ads, for example, with Instagram. Maybe we'll shoot some ad videos with you. That's like one platform. Or we can do two platforms where we come in, and the second platform would be Google Ads, local home service ads, if your service is part of that. and then we could possibly help you with like Google My Business as well. And the way that we usually charge is depending on what we do, one platform, two platforms, or maybe just consulting. We just want what's fair plus some type of reward incentive. So the more money that we actually make you guys, the more money that we're able to make as well. So selfishly, that's how we can help some clients, not every client for sure. Now, the efficiency in your business, this is important because if it's taking you, I was talking to someone yesterday and they were like, yeah, I mean, like we didn't go to school or we didn't get into the business to post online or post on Instagram or Facebook. So it takes us like 3 hours to come up with a post. And I'm like, what are you talking about? 3 hours? It should take you like 3 minutes. You just post something and then leave it and then come back the next day and post it. It should not be taking you 3 hours to post anything. Plus, that takes you a lot of time, energy, and just posting stuff's not really gonna get the ball to move. It's not gonna get you more jobs. So I was like, okay, you got to stop doing that. If you switch that time, energy, and attention that you're putting into just posting something like that, that is not gonna make the phone ring right away, you can do something else like possibly learn how to run proper ads that will get you leads. So like you usually get their information like name, email, phone number, the normal stuff. But then what are they looking for? When do they want the job? How much are they willing to spend? So depending on like what they actually want, then you can give them an option of like, okay, 5 to 10K, 50 to 100K, 200,000 plus, and then that way you or your salespeople, you'll know specifically to focus on that lead over someone that wants like a $5,000 bathroom, and you know that's not really going to happen because minimum is probably going to be like 15,000. So you got to be realistic. And again, going back to efficiency, there's this rule, it's called Parkinson's law. So like the law of gravity, if I drop this pen, it's dropping no matter what happens unless we're in space, of course. But Parkinson's law would be like if I set the time to do something, and that's work will fill up that time that I allow myself to do that. So if I allow myself to do a live for 15 minutes, that's how long it's usually going to take, and it might take a little bit longer. And so same thing with you guys. If you say that it's going to take 10 minutes to send out a quote, then make sure it takes like 5 to 8 minutes. Don't make it take those 10 minutes. And then easier ways to be able to do that is obviously with tools. You guys are familiar with tools, obviously for the job site, but then there's softwares and other tools that you can use to operate your business. If you're already doing like 500, a million a year, a month, you probably already know what I'm talking about. CRMs, there's automations that you can use. I'm talking more for the people that are getting started right now. This episode, if you will, is more for people that are just getting started. So, how do you get more jobs as you're getting started? I talked about the like branding of your guys, the crew being branded, the trucks being branded, but also having the lawn signs. That also helps you be able to get the phone to ring. Just being omnipresent, being on every channel, posting kind of the same thing, just make sure it's specific for that channel. And then you can possibly start looking at doing some Facebook ads or something. But going back to efficiency, a CRM, so I was talking about tools, a CRM helps a ton. So if you're getting a good flow of leads, it's going to be pretty hard for you to be able to tell, let's say if you use a Google Sheet, what stage of the process that lead is in. So it's going to be easier for you. Maybe you have a pipeline, a CRM. We usually recommend like a go high level. We give it to our clients depending on what we do for them, just so you can picture exactly, okay, this is a new lead. We called them, we texted them, emailed them, we set up an appointment, and then we gave them a quote, and then that turned into a deal. So then you know what stage each lead would be at. So that would be helpful for you, and that's like I guess the importance of a CRM. Um, so I mean, usually at the end of these episodes, if you will, that we're going to be doing every Tuesday at 6:30, there would be some Q&A. Doesn't look like there's many questions. We just answered a few here. If the person in the chat has a question, happy to answer. If not, um, just be sure that you understand the different options that you have as advertising. Yeah, I guess you're an advertiser for your own company to be able to get more jobs because it's concerning to see other, I guess, clients that we're not dealing with yet go out and hire people, and they don't really know what's going on. They're kind of just trusting them and hoping and praying that they know what they're talking about, but a lot of the times they're almost just testing out and seeing if their business model even works. And I mean, that could be trouble for you when you're actually trying to put food on the table and provide and, grow the business. So just be sure that you're keeping your team accountable. If you need an extra set of eyes, let us know. We're happy to help. And we'll send you some type of video audit, some type of audit, if you will, screen recording on your pages to see if we might be able to help and what bottlenecks you might be dealing with. And the theme for next week, I'm not sure. I mean, we're just getting started with this week. Let's let the week run by, but maybe how to cultivate a good team culture, possibly. We'll see. Maybe people will have questions after the live. But it was pretty good. I think we'll keep doing this. We just gotta stay consistent, and then some of this will also turn into little bits and pieces. So I appreciate you watching, and we'll talk soon. Bye.